Okay, so what we are going to do, we are going to, so the premise of this video is I am stepping into casting for the Dawn Trail Savage Race to World First for the first tier, for M1 to M4. So, what we're going to do is do some sort of like, how good is my knowledge now? Now that I've done so many fights in this game, now that I've done Uwu, Blind, Solo Cook, now that I've done Eden and E8 and all that kind of stuff. Well, I technically haven't done the final 2 bosses of Eden, but everything else I've done up until this point. So, we're going to look at the original Ract, the first Ract I ever did, which was Golbez. And we are going to see what I understand now, 1 year later. This is actually a 1 year of game time, before to now. And then what we're going to do is we're going to react to my original react of Golbez. So we're going to watch Golbez, then we're going to watch my reaction to Golbez, and then I'm going to react to that. Do you understand? Do you understand what's happening right now?
If you oppose our crusade,
Loud. Okay. It's either going to be Tank Buster or AoE damage.
this place shall be your
First mechanic. It's going to be AoE damage. Oh. No, okay, 2 orbs. So you're going to be on, like, this. Split the room. Yep. It's like E10. He actually didn't do... Lost him. And then, oh, what was that? Was that... Hold on, this guy goes fast. So then he summons an orb, which I think is then gonna hit... Have they split the group? No, everyone's stacked there. So is that just gonna hit the 2... So the first 2 orbs are gonna cleave the room. And then this second cast is going to hit the areas that weren't cleaved, like the safe spots. I'm thinking. Yeah, check the cast names. Yeah, that's fine. We'll do. That's what it looks like to me, because it doesn't look like... No one baits it there, but there's definitely one that hits there. So that might be baitable by the group. Yeah, I guess you guys can give answers during. Right, then he does a half room cleave, which you can tell by his sword which way he's gonna go. Where's the cast? Oh, yeah, I'm getting used to that. Okay, so this guy's cast names are up here, right? Yeah, oh, that's why I can't see it. They're, like, tiny and right up at the top. So, yeah, phases of the blade. So he's just gonna do a half room cleave. And then he does the other side, which is very, very common. This was less common in earlier fights in the game, or easier difficulties. If you do even Eden on normal, they won't do... There's actually a lot of times I will get hit by mechanics when I see the boss and he's like, oh, I'm going to cleave left. And then I guess I'm like, all right, I'm going to stand on the right. And then as soon as they cleave left, I move to the left. And then they don't cleave right. And then I get hit by some other mechanic because I shouldn't have moved. So I'll do that quite a bit, where I'm anticipating a follow-up. But this is oftentimes saved for either extremes or savages. Now he's casting an AoE damage and put some debuffs on people, which I think is just going to be a... Is that going to be a dot? It's either not a dot or it's not doing much damage. What's it called? Binding Cold. But if it's a dot, these healers are handling it. Looks like there is some ticking damage, but nobody's dropping below like 100%. Yeah, just a dot. Not a very heavy one. Right now he's doing... I can't even read these casts, dude. There's no way this dude plays like this. I can't see. What is this, a boss for ants? Gale Sphere. Okay, so we get clones. So watch the order. So it's south, north, east, west. A relative. So these orbs are going to fly from south, then north. So they want to be bottom left, then they want to go middle, then they want to go north, then they want to go south. Yeah. Go back south. That's I like that. That's a cute mechanic. I think someone gets hit there. Yeah. Now he's casting Phases of the Blade. Cleave again. I wonder if the dragon's gonna do something at some point. What's so funny is I cannot remember this fight like at all. I cannot. This is so I reacted to this a year ago. I can't remember this.
No matter the foe, I will stay the course.
Right, so he does his Ice Dart again. Is he saving? One thing I want to look out for is whether he's saving mechanics. Yeah, no, he's just casting Biting Cold. What was that? I've never seen that before. This looks like a party member ability, but I've never seen this before. Maybe it's because everyone's level 90 and I'm not yet level 90. Some kind of like paladin ability or something. Paladin shield. Okay, yeah, cool. Makes sense. Just an animation I've not yet seen. So he does Binding Cold again. Yeah, I'm wondering if he's going to do any save-up mechanics. If he's going to... Because this is something I've found is very common now in Omega from Kefka. And then something that's very common now in Eden, where bosses will do sort of like... What do you call them? Like delayed mechanic actions? Or... I call them like stored abilities. Where the boss will do a cast, but nothing actually happens. And then later down the line, maybe a few seconds, maybe even like 30 seconds to a minute later, it will release that mechanic. Yeah, call it a stored mechanic. Okay, cool. Right, so now we have two separate tank busters. These are going to be non-group soaks. You can tell by this like sort of ribbon design of the graphic. This fight doesn't seem too bad of a heal so far. That dot was like not doing much. Right, now he teleports and resets his position, which means he's going into like this is gonna be big. Whatever this is, Asdia's Shadow. So now he's doing like either a transition or some kind of phasing. Black Fang. Big group soak. Doesn't even look like a group soak, just looks like massive AoE. It looks like phasing AoE basically. Like we're starting a new phase of the fight. Yeah, just big raid wide. Yeah. Now he's doing Asdia's Shadow again. And there's 4 orbs flying around. I wonder if that's relevant. Something I bet I didn't notice the first time watching this. Is he gonna hit people in like an order of 4 or something? 1, 2. Then they're gonna take swap for 2 more. Yeah. So you're gonna do... Oh, does he not do another one? Right, so they do a tank swap because you can see the dots on the tanks. This is also very common now. Something that I've noticed is the boss will do like a... This is something very common in WoW as well, actually, where you'll get a taunt swap mid, like, buster. So you can take 1 or 2 stacks, and then you have to taunt swap, and the other tank take the other 2. So you have to get that timing right. I guess I should say provoke. But I don't know what those 4 orbs are. Maybe that is a storage mechanic. Maybe that is a storage mechanic. Because he doesn't do 4 cleaves, he does 3. Now, what are the tanks doing to mitigate this? They're not doing their invulns, are they? They're just using some kind of strong mitigation, I'm assuming. Now, Phases of the Shadow. Again, cleaves. But then follows it up with 2 group soaks. Yep, there's a light parties. Now we've got 2 flares. Now this is not just flare. This is like flare is a extra name, doesn't it? It's not just flare. It's like, what do you call it? It's like a... Oh, you missed something there with Phase of the Moon. Yeah, this Phase of the... Yeah, I thought there was something additional. He does a cleave. He does group soaks, and then he does like... I can see the orbs spawn again or something. Oh, he does Dynamo or Chariot. I always forget these confused. Chariot means move out, right? Dynamos move in? Chariot is out. So this is Chariot, yeah? So he does Chariot. So you can see the players already are pre-positioned. Like one group goes north, one group goes south, and they're already pre-positioned outside. Now the thing is how did they know that it was gonna be? So this is the issue with looking at a fight like this now, and upon reflection, with my experience, I'm aware of this. This is where you get Final Fantasied, where you do 5 pulls where it's move out, and then suddenly it's a move in. And I think it's gonna have to do with, I think he stored a mechanic, didn't he? Where he did his like shadow thing, where he charged up. Was that a stored mechanic? Because there's gonna be some kind of tell now to know. Yeah, it was a storage. But the problem is I don't know, I don't have anything to compare this to, so I can only see this. I can't see the difference. So I'm imagining it's probably something in the dragon or the orbs, like whether the orbs are sort of out or whether they're in. Like, is it something like that? Something along those lines? I think it's probably the dragon positioning, isn't it? See what's different later? Okay, maybe later we'll see. Maybe it's to do with the dragon wrapped around the sword means move, maybe something like that. Don't know. We'll see. Okay, so then we have Dynamo starts with D, same as Donut. Yeah, because Dynamo and Donut are the same thing, right? Yeah, Donut is the safe spot, so Donut is move in, or Dynamo's move in, Chariot's move out. Got it. I actually think I'm nailing everything so far, right? So we got Exaflares, so we've got 2 Exaflares which are going on. Oh, I don't play like this, so this is hard to see. 2 Exaflares which go on the... Oh, just flares? What are Exaflares then? Because there's a difference between Exaflare and flares. I looked at my terminology sheet recently. Exaflares, oh yeah, Exaflares are the, like, we're gonna move in this pattern across the map. And you have to sort of remember the pattern. Right, so these are just normal flares. That's good then. So we have 3-player tower soaks. So we need 6 people. Oh, this is easy. We need 3 people to get knocked to northeast. We need 3 players to get knocked southwest. And then we need the 2 players with the flares to get knocked into the opposite corners available. So the way that you would sort of pre-assign this is dependent on who the flares are going on. The flares are either going to be going on... Missing one thing? Yeah, give me a sec. Because I want to... let me see so far. So I think it's probably going to go on tanks, right? Tanks are going to get flares. They're going to get knocked away. Then we get tower soaks. So is that QR? Yeah, QR, that's 1 tank. And then... Oh, QB. Who's QB? QR? Oh, OR is arranged. And QR is a tank. That's weird. Hold on. Did this go out? Everyone was alive when this went out, yeah? Yeah, everyone was alive. So it didn't prio both tanks. Okay, I wonder why. Is it just 2 players at random? Because this would be kind of awkward to assign if it's 2 players at random. Oh, okay, it's a 2-player soak. So 2-player soak and a 3-player soak. So that's 5, 6, 7. There's a final player who has something different. No debuffs, can't see any debuffs. There's a final player who has LW. What have you got, sweetheart? You've got something. Ah, tether. Look, there's a tether. There's a tether. So boss does a tether to a play, but when do you even see that? When does that go out? Ah, wait, was it then? No, he jumps there. LW, keep an eye on LW. How do they know? Ah, it's always... yeah, okay. Always a healer. But it's kind of hard to see, though. Like, they don't have much time to... Because I'm just thinking about, like, how much time you have to react as a healer to which one you're going to get. But this would make sense that this is like a tank soak. But is there only one player that soaks it? No, there's two. So it's a tank plus one healer. Yeah, so this is how you'd assign this. So one of the healers, so two players are getting flares. That's predetermined. Those players move to the corners. Now, how you would assign that is you'd probably assign supports one direction, DPS the other direction, if it's going to be one of each. Like, I assume it's always one tank and one random DPS player. The other DPS player is going to get knocked to one tower, and then you'll have the healer that doesn't get tethered with the tank. So, something I've just noticed immediately is, like, visually, I don't know how much I've actually improved in terms of, like, looking at a mechanic and just going, oh, the boss is about to do X. But I think I have improved in that, definitely. But what I've more so understood now is actual, like, assignments and the way the mechanics are being placed on players. Immediately, I'm thinking, okay, how many tank, you know, is this going on supports? Is this going on DPS? Is this going on tanks? Is this going on healers? Like, how is this sort of being split? And it solves the mechanics for you. And then the other thing is just my experience of knowing, like, are mechanics being stored ahead of time or not, etc. Like, I can just already tell how much more experienced I am in this stuff. It's really okay, cool. I actually want to see KW there, or KX. They're jumping. I think they jump to see if they're tethered, and then they actually use an anti-knockback, it looks like. Yeah, they use an anti-knockback, so because I don't think they can tell when they're going to get tethered. They're jumping up to see if they have it, and then they both use anti-knockback, and then they have time to run over to the tower, but just barely. Yeah, so I'm identifying stuff so much better than I did when I first started playing. Holy shit. Wow, this is cool, man. I think I'm so excited to cast Savage this week. I'm so excited to just look at Savage mechanics and go, bop, 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 bop. It's this. Right, so he's doing Shadow again, so maybe this is the indicator that this is going to be another chariot. We're going to see. Because the dragon is rotating in. Maybe that's how it's looking. Then he does more tank busters. Yeah, I'm going to, Denki. We're gonna look at my first reactor Golbez after this.
Look to the heavens for your doom.
Right. This is not an exit. This is kind of like I guess an exit flare, but not exactly. But you go to, so you position at the start one, and you just position at that every time. But there's also a bonus mechanic here. You have, I can't remember what these do. Are these like assigning 2-player soaks? Ah, right, we've got sets of player soaks. You need to 2 players in each. Okay, so you're assigned pairs. Yeah, it's enumeration. You're assigned pairs, but we have to split the raid. And I think this pattern's probably going to be pretty consistent. So it looks like they're assigning... dude, I can't play like this. I can't play with the abbreviated... like with the... Not abbreviations, with the initials. I can't play with the initials, and like I need to see the supports very clearly. Like I need different colors. So they're playing MA, which is a DPS, with KX. Wait, there's only 3 of them. Oh, wait, fancy. Wait. Are they doing something fancy? Oh, no, okay. Wait, what? But do they not need to do... There's only 3 players here, right? QRKXMA. Oh, no. There is 4. Where does... One of them dip somewhere. No, yeah, there's 4. So 2 of them hang back, and then 2 of them go forward. Yeah, okay. It threw me because this person doesn't have any initials, so I was counting 3. But, unmarked to DPS. Right, okay. So, oh, no, because OR is a tank, right? So there's a tank, KX is a healer. So there's tank and healer, and then there's MA with this person, which is a... This person's a tank, aren't they? Number 2 is a tank. Yeah, tank is QR. So it's tank and DPS. So it's basically just color pairs, yeah? So it looks like these are being assigned on 2 tanks, or 2 supports and 2 healers, I'm assuming. 2 supports and 2 DPS, sorry, at random. But you go color pairs, because the tank and melee move back into melee. But they move to the corner to dodge, then they move back in. And they have to do the same on the opposite side, because otherwise there wouldn't be enough room for soaked, right? It would be kind of awkward. So they split the 2 groups there. Then big... Oh, light party. Oh, this is E8? As well? They do this in E8? No, when, what am I thinking? Most recently of light, not E8, Varys. I was thinking of Varys. Right? Varys where you get, 2 parties. Sea of Sacrifice. Yeah. It was all at the same time. Yeah. Varys 2 as well. Okay, Varys and Warrior of Light. Yeah. I'm trying to test myself as well, remembering this is where I've seen these mechanics. I'm so glad I did everything blind mine, because everything's so, like, locked in there, where I can remember specific occasions where I've seen mechanics. Was that something there from the boss? Drops all these swords down on the ground. Looks interesting. Phases of shadow, so right side cleave, then left side cleave. And then everyone's spread, go clock spots. Paladin ability? Okay, cool.
This place shall be your tomb.
Then this is phase 1 mechanics again. Oh, this is with, This is in another extreme, which was a woman. Not a woman. Hades. A man. Yeah, was it Hades? Yeah. Technically, Hades has Igiorm, who is a woman. So, technically it wasn't wrong. There is a woman on the fight. Okay? So we've got these, which means you just have to be on the right side, which it looks like it's one half of the map here. Then you have to do group spread. So I think one group's going to hang back, and then they're going to move in after this mechanic. Depends how these get resolved first. So you got group soaks, you got cleaves on 2 bits of the map, and then you got cleave on 1 half of the map. So there's going to be like one quadrant that's going to be safe, and then they're going to have to do some spreads. Yeah, they're just going to split the groups across. Yeah, perfect. So they're just going to stay there. Okay, so they all resolve at the same time, so there's no time to move. Yeah. Cool, and he's doing Biting Cold, big dot on everybody. Healer's going to manage that. Miss something with Phase of the Blade cast. Here, yeah. It's right now, right? Phases of the Shadow. The sword is glowing. He's doing right side. People are in light parties, it looks like. No, they're not. Never mind. Then it's spread. Oh, and it's, oh, it was also, donut. Right? Yeah, that looks like donut to me. Yeah. That visual's kind of rough. I still can't tell what the indicator is, though. I actually can't... Yeah, was it stored? I called it, didn't I? Didn't I say about the dragon doing the thing? And I was like, I think this is going to get stored? Yeah, did I? Okay, so I did actually call it. Okay, yeah. Okay, cool. That's actually... That's sick. Okay. So it was actually right there. Nice. It's hard to confirm. The hardest thing I found, and this is something I spoke to you guys about in Uwu, was it's so hard to confirm whether something is either... It's very hard to confirm mechanics sometimes. There's certain mechanics that happen, and you can say, I think this might be what's happening. but you need several repetitions, like several pulls. Sometimes more than that. Sometimes you need a good dozen or so to really confirm that something works in a certain way. For example, Ifrit nails. That takes a lot of, like, I think the spawn order is based on the nails, and I think the nail kill order is the charge order, but I can't confirm it because I need more data. And so there are certain mechanics where confirmation is so difficult to get, and it's very frustrating when you're solo cooking because you don't know whether to say, right, guys, it's time to change strategy, or whether it's like, let's stick with this and get some more data to really confirm. It's also really hard to confirm if something is true random. Like, there are certain mechanics where the pattern that it assigns something is just truly random. It's not tanks and healers. It's not, you know, pairs. It's not this and that. It's just random. It's just some random combination. And it's so hard to confirm that, you know? Yeah, it's a rough one. So that's what I struggle with, which I think is probably pretty normal. So then we saw this mechanic. Yeah, we get this cool, like, little overlap. They got to do the 2 groups. So we're going to do light party 1 forward, light party 2 back or something, or range back. You probably do tanks and DPS forward, and, like, tanks and melee forward, and then the rest at the back. Yeah. Yeah, true random true random breaks your spirit. Right, so Dragon did a rotation. I don't know if that was enough of a rotation, though. So it was south, north. So it'd be the south, group splits. Oh, sorry, it was north, south, yeah? Yeah, north, south.
Oh, hi, Gales.
Then they do group splits. Light party 1, light party 2. Maintaining uptime here seems doable, but kind of awkward. Ooh, a couple of little deaths. No worries. So cleave. I actually like when a fight has something like this, where there's like the boss plus the dragon, because you watch both, because you know that both are going to have relevance, you know? Right, so that's Chariot again. No, that's Donut again, yeah? Oh, and you can actually see the orbs. You can actually track the orbs. The orbs are on the outside, not the inside. So you can actually track the orbs. So it's Donut again. Wherever the orbs are, you don't want to be. Is it Tank Busters again? Yeah, Tank Busters. I actually noticed that it was Tank Buster based on just times. I just went, it's been a bit long time since I did Tank Buster. I think he's going to do it again. Right, so then you've got these, like, sort of Exaflare kind of thing. You got the group, the pairs again. Then he's going to do Get In. Right? Oh, no, not quite. I don't know how to determine where he's going to do... Oh, I guess... Oh, the lightning is hitting in a place, right? You can see the lightning is, like... making oh, no. It's hitting everywhere. Yeah, I don't know how to determine... Oh, check the cast. Lingering Spark. Let lightning surge. Yeah, but I still can't tell how it's going to be those exact positions. Yeah, I don't know how to tell it's that. Is it baited again? Oh, okay, I was correct. I need to stick to my guns. I said it was baited before. I said first time I saw it, I said it was baited, didn't I? No, because no one baited in the north. On the first set, everyone was in the south. No one was in the north of the boss, unless somebody was and there was it's a long snap, maybe. Bait at the end of the cast, right? Okay. Yeah, maybe it is. Okay, no worries. Yeah. Tank was there. Okay, cool. Gotcha. Right, and then it looks like it's doing pair cleave. So this must be targeted. Oh, is this going to be one of those where it targets tanks, then healers, and then DPS? Should be a tank split, and then all 4 DPS are in one, yeah? Yeah, this happens most recently for me. Whose corpse is this? No, whose body is this flying up? This happens in... Yeah, SOS LB3, LB, yeah, LB1. Yeah. Warrior of Light. Not Warrior, yeah, Warrior of Light. Tanks. Wow, I'm understanding this game so much more after just 1 year. Wow. Then it's donut, so you gotta stay in and now move out. Yep, cool. Roll cleaves, that's what you call them. Sick. Then flares again. Oh, this is just repeat. Okay, we've seen every mechanic now, haven't we? So we know how this works. Healer's gonna be jumping to see who gets what. We get ready to move. Yeah. Oh, they actually almost wipe there. Yeah, because healers get it wrong. One healer doesn't have anti-knockback, it looks like, or gets knocked in the wrong direction. Yeah, so they get knocked wrong, which means it's a solo soak on the tower, which means that they almost all die. But LB3 is available. That's why we saved the LB3, baby. I'll be honest though, that one seems like a hard one for healers. It seems like everybody else is pretty comfortable. You know ahead of time. The healers, I don't know how you're seeing that tether. Looks horrible. But yeah, it gets knocked back to the wrong side. That bit's healers. But luckily healers can LB3, so they can ruin the pull, they can save the pull. Right, so we've seen every mechanic, right? I can move on. Yeah, gonna do Gale Spheres again. Probably gonna have some kind of group soak. Yep, group soak. So we're gonna resolve the group soak during the first move. Oh, okay, yeah, nice little addition. I like this. But that's not too hard. That's pretty easy. You can definitely tell this is an extreme. It's also very recoverable. I feel like you could have quite a few deaths here and you could recover. These mechanics are quite... A lot of classic modern mechanics. Okay, those are contradictory statements, but what I mean is like, you know, oh, classic this, you know. But very modern mechanics. Damn, only 1 year playing this as a full-time job and I'm picking things up quicker than when I was new. No, but like, it's really hard for me to see my improvement day after day, right? It's kind of like when you're on a diet and you're trying to lose weight or you're trying to gain weight or something and you're like not noticing any progress. You're just like, oh, I look just as shit as I always have, or like whatever. But then a few months go by and then you realize like, oh no, I have been making progress. You guys aren't in my brain during... Okay, we can stop this. They kill the boss, yeah. You guys aren't in my brain during progress when I'm blind cooking, but I feel like I'm in a swirl of sort of like... I'm in a swirl of... Not negativity per se, but sort of doubt. I'm in a swirl of feeling like I'm not good enough to do what I'm doing, feeling like I'm just not getting it, all that kind of stuff. It's just like a swirl of that. That's what's happening in my brain during like cooks. Because they can be very complex. And I feel like, I can't figure this out, and I'm letting the team down. So, I feel like I'm not improving. And I feel like when I go on to new boss, and then I don't get things instantly, it's like, well, I'm not good enough. I still haven't figured this out. So, it's only upon reflection, I go back and I go, wow, I've improved so much since then that I really, you know, that I really, like, feel like I've improved. Now, I think what we're going to do, so we've looked at that. What we want to do now is we want to look at my foot. Dude, wait, actually I look pretty fucking jacked actually. Holy shit. Oh, this was at my old house in England. Yo, nice. Look at that. Yeah, look at that little sub goal. Wait, was I on a subathon for this as well? I might have been on a subathon here. Classic. 1 year apart and same old tricks. So let me listen to myself here. I hate listening to my own voice, so I might not react to the full 20 minutes, but I'll react to some of this. So let's see how improved I am objectively from back in the day, shall we? Now I can move chat out the way so we don't have like two overlapping chats because that'll be pretty ugly. So Chat on the left, you are modern, you are new, you are real, you exist. Chat on the right, you are ancient, you don't exist. Bam. So, I'm gonna look at this Final Fantasy raid. Enough? This is one of the bosses. I got linked this by one of my friends. Now, idea if my little gunmetal studio. But I do just want to look a little bit at some of the fights. And it's tanks to like sign up to more keys. Shut up, Psy. There was. Oh, get into the fight, right? There we go. Okay. My hairline hasn't gotten any worse. That's something interesting with Final Fantasy bosses. And I kind of know this, again, I've seen some friends play some raids and stuff that when they've been trying to get me into the game previously. And I know that with some of the bosses, the way that they are positioned, like, if they, like, raise their arm, that means that a mechanic is going to happen on that side of the Wow, this guy's intelligent. Well, that side of, like, the... This guy's a genius. The board. So... The board! Yeah, man, I'm starting on Monday. Yeah, starting on Monday. So I know that that's like a thing. If they, so I'm trying to look at the boss for animations, but also, okay, we got two big old boulders coming in here. I assume that you don't want to be standing in those two quadrants of the board. He has eyes. He has eyeballs in his head. Good job, Si. Oh, no, that's good. That's leaving. Yeah, okay, cool. I will free us from the wheel. Now he's facing that way, so we want to move. Yeah. Didn't even mention it. Doesn't matter. Don't worry about that mechanic. Didn't mention it. Yo, I'm in gaming. Okay, I'm gonna be a Final Fantasy pro. Are you kidding me? He's happy. That's the hard bit though, right? Like that's the hard bit right there. Okay, so you're watching. This is where like it just comes with the experience, right? So he faces this way and he does this mechanic. So I dodged that one, but then the dodging of the second one, I wouldn't know. This guy kind of looks like Arthas actually. He looks like the Lich King. Okay, no, now he doesn't. He did when he had his back to me. Yeah, the music in Final Fantasy is insane. AoE dot damage, don't worry about it, doesn't matter. This guy's an idiot. 93,000 people watch me react to this boss, and this is... The fact that they've got Dawn Trail coming out next year, like, I want to be ready for Dawn Trail, because going into a new expansion with the new story for everyone all together, all the graphics updates and all that kind of stuff, looks really, really sick. Like, that just seems awesome. I watched the Yoshi P, like, keynote, and that was really, really cool. Did he make Dawn Trail? So, there are a bunch of... I saw like, the shades come out. So, the shades come out of the boss, and they fly to, like, I guess, Cardinals here. So, that's where the markers are, okay? So, we had markers originally placed for that. And maybe they are going to hit in a certain order, and that's what they're going to look to, like, move around the map based on the order. Let's see. We'll give him that. It's good. Or you just need to dodge entirely. What's funny though, like small clarity, but like I'm saying the markers are there because of the mechanic. No, yeah, I'm saying the markers are there because of the mechanic, but the mechanic happens to be on the markers. You know what I mean? Like these are default positions, which I wasn't aware of back in the time. I guess the numbers are normally more loose, but. Dude, this is so cute. No, yeah, they're doing it in an order. Oh, I didn't actually notice the icicles. Wow, I didn't actually notice the icicles on the early stage of the fight when we watched it 5 minutes ago. I actually didn't notice that. Okay, there you go. Even now, I can still miss some things. Okay, huge. This reminds me of Vault of the Wardens. Where the last boss with the gates and stuff, and you have to position around. Yeah. No, I played some the other night, Desparia. Played some TFT the other night, yeah. I'm playing it casually. Right, he's gonna do the half circle again. Yeah. One thing I try and do less of now is I actually detest when I react to something. And then people come into the chat and they're like, hey, Sai, what do you think about Feral Druid? Hey, Sai, what do you think about this? Hey, Sai, what do you think about that? And I, like, answer him mid-ract. It makes my skin crawl, dude. I'm like, ugh, Sai, just... But I don't like ignoring people. I'm like, oh, I'm going to be watching this video for 20 minutes. I don't want to just ignore this person for that long. I got to answer it quickly. But now I try and just be like, whatever. If it's up, they're going to get ignored for a bit. Whatever. This looks disgusting. The style of the whole game is just so gross. What do you mean the style of the game is so gross?
Okay, we're gonna skip past that. That's
It is
fine.
a game that's designed for console, but like, I can't tell if it's a stack on. I mean,
Okay.
I think you can look, like, I can look past that for sure. Right. Okay. So these are a move out mechanic. I can't tell if it's a stack on me. I don't think so. Yeah. No one's coming to stack.
It's tank busters.
This is one of the tanks, right? That we're
Yeah.
focused on.
Yeah.
Such is your power.
It could be that, because their art style is very specific, where it's like it's not stylized, you know, too colorful. The nice thing is you can turn down people's spell effects.
Dude, I'm missing so much. Wow.
Right, what's he doing here? I think he's just phasing, right? He's just going into a new phase.
He is phasing, but he's storing a mechanic.
His sword's getting all empowered. It looks like a new phase.
Yeah, so I registered that at least. Like,
The map changes.
did I ever get that booster box? I don't think so. No. I don't think so. I want to get back into Pokemon card collecting again. I'll probably go to some Pokemon shops before I leave Japan. Wait, no, sorry, you're doing what you just said. We're talking about the Racked, okay? Save those damn dirty questions for the end. How dare you?
What were you saying about too colorful and too much? Okay, Dragon's gonna start doing something now. That's a voice line.
Okay?
I know that the voice lines matter in these boss fights. When they say
It's not the
something,
voice
it
line that matters,
When
but it
they
was
say
the
they
dragon
mean it.
was doing something.
Okay, little frontal.
Not just a frontal, but tank buster.
Nothing's really happening here. I guess alternating between two tank frontals. So you have the group stacked away from the two tanks, and then you have the
Okay,
tanks not
yeah,
stacked
I'll
on
give
each
him
other.
that.
Pretty simple. Now he's going to do something as a frontal. Yeah, so he's doing the cover the map. And now this is a stack marker, right? Yeah. Everyone's stacking in. Okay, I recognize that one. So you have two groups stack.
Oh, God.
What's going to happen here? Is this like a...
This guy's an idiot! Just like fucking 6 mechanics show up on screen, everything's just glowing and shing, shing, shing. That's the sound effect. Well, boy, so, tell you what, something's gonna happen. I'll tell you that right now. It's kind of like when you get like a cat, like a cat's been living in a house for like 10 years, and then like a new puppy enters, and then you put them both in the same room, and you're like, what's gonna happen here? Like, you know shit's about to go down, but it's like, are they gonna be best friends? Is the cat about to kick the shit out of this dog? Like, what's gonna happen? It's just, let's wait and see. Let's just put him in the arena.
You get pushed out.
Okay? Yeah.
These are going to push.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. And then I guess tanks have to, or people have to soak.
Yep.
That looks difficult. What
Yeah,
the
okay.
hell? How can you even tell who's going where?
This is back when I had no awareness of like how the game is programmed for assignments on different roles and different players. So I'm actually not, but like what I'm disappointed in myself for not registering like mechanics as they're physically happening on screen. But I'm really not upset with myself for not knowing the assignments here, because this is something that you just build up over time with experience of like consistently fight to fight assignments go out like this or this or this, you know? So, yeah.
So I can tell that you have to soak, like, you're going to have to soak these pillars.
By the way,
So
did you hear that sound effect? I'm literally logged into World of Warcraft right now in that VOD. So this is definitely me a year ago.
I can tell that you have to soak, like, you're going to have to soak these pillars. Okay, I got that now. But how can you tell who's got what? Oh, you have some people with a 1-2, like in a yellow, like hexagon, right? And then you have a circle on red.
Did I get the shape
maybe
right?
the
Is that a
reds go
hexagon? I think so.
No, one red goes there, one red goes there. Oh, okay, I don't think that mattered. I don't think that meant anything.
I guess just 4 people get pushed to 4 corners, but how do you know?
Damn, do I figure it
That's
out?
fine. Okay, I don't understand how they know where they're getting pushed.
Damn.
That's fine.
I
We
missed
still
the
haven't used
tether.
these 4 markers in the beginning, in the middle of the room though. I'm interested what that will be.
I also got the number wrong. I said 4 if 4 get knocked, but it's 3 and 2. So I like didn't fully acknowledge everything. Wow. Okay. Yeah. This is funny. No, I didn't think what I thought. Annie, it was a incorrect thought or like order where because they had the markers, I assumed they pre-marked with the knowledge, but it's like they didn't have the markers because they had the mechanic. They they just had the markers just because, and then yeah, the mechanic happens regardless. Yeah, it's funny. Yeah, it's funny. Thing like weak auras? Not exactly.
So I think another thing that happens in Final Fantasy raids that's similar to WoW is that like in phase 1 of a boss, and this is something that Blizzard started to do more so in their raids, I think recently, especially in Dragonflight, is that they do phase 1 will be like the simple form
this
of
is
the
still
boss
true.
and the
Yeah,
mechanics.
this is
Phase 2 it ramps up a bit, and then phase 3 it's like more intense. That's kind of how, I guess, like, Neltharis works, for example. It's how Sarkareth works, right? Where you have, like, phase 1, there are no
looks pretty
bombs.
jacked,
Phase
though.
2, there are bombs, and then...
Who's more jacked, old Psy
phase 3,
or
there are still bombs.
current Psy?
But, like, tanks have nothing
What
to
we
worry
saying?
about. Then they have a front... Then they have a bomb, then they have
Who
a
could
frontal.
take who in a fight?
Stuff like that, right? So, it's very much, like... Phase 1, here's the introduction to the fight. Phase 2, it's ramped up. Phase 3, it's on speed. And I think they do this a lot in Final Fantasy as well, right? So they show you in phase 1 what mechanics are going to be upcoming. We're going to get another tank frontal here.
Bam.
On this number 2.
Bam.
These are just markers, right? That they've put on themselves, I assume.
Yeah.
It's 1, 2, and 1, 2. Kind of like you would in WoW, where you put a marker.
Old Psy was chubbier.
Because I thought that was something to do with the fight, but it wasn't. Right, we're going to stack around the room and move around, yeah? Move around as a unit. That was simple enough.
Psy, there's a mechanic on your screen, brother. Brother, what do you think
Stack around the room and move
What do you think these are, dude?
around, yeah? Move around as a unit.
Is this what it's like watching my stream? I'm just ignoring everything.
That was simple enough. Oh. Ah, we stack as 2 groups. Because it's 8 players in a raid, right?
So are they getting bait on tanks or
static.
healers? Wow, he knows static. This guy's so cute, dude.
Well, I've sat in Discord. By the way, what are you guys saying about too much animation? Okay, it's fine. Leave it. Don't worry about it. I've sat in Discord calls for years listening to my friends talk Final Fantasy, so...
And it's
I know
definitely not
some
rubbed
of
off
the
on me.
lingo, okay?
Definitely has not rubbed off on me.
Right, these are separate soaks. These are tank only. No, Speed, you just stay in cat form if you're trying to DPS. You can swap forms, like...
Start talking about Feral
so you gotta
Druid.
soak some in, switch into bear, and, like, whatever.
To be fair to me, like, I'm answering a lot of WoW questions here, but I'm literally logged into WoW. This was just before I started playing Final Fantasy. If you hear at the beginning of the video, it's like, oh, I'm starting Final Fantasy next week. So this video got posted 11 months ago. 5th of August.
Cyber.
Is when it got
this
posted.
is a noteworthy person who's
So this
known
was
in
like
the
I was
community.
streaming WoW, reacting to Final Fantasy content. It's actually the reason why my stream kind of blew up on Final Fantasy was because I sort of did it this way. So yeah, it's funny to have that.
But, like, if you're DPSing, you just stay in cat form. Yeah, you don't do any
shut up about
equal
WoW, dude.
spread
Nobody
mechanics.
cares.
Everyone's spread out.
Yeah, everyone's spread, but you missed the Dynamo Chariot.
I see why my friends chose this fight for me, because it seems like quite readable. There's still a couple things where I'm a bit like, huh. But it does seem quite readable.
Missed like 70% of the mechanics. Yeah, it's a pretty readable fight. This
so this
is so
the
cute,
boulders
dude.
again, so we want to not be in those 2 options. And then we have a soak. So you want to stack up there as a team? Cool.
Miss the icicles.
Yeah,
this
I
is
think
cute.
so, Manu, yeah.
No mention of the
Probably
dart.
getting close to some kind of P3, right? I imagine it's going to be a 3-phase boss. What up, Exivos? How you doing, dude?
Shut up, Psy.
This is a cool fight, though. Okay, so the spirit things fly off again, so we're going to need to read the room and know who goes first. The only thing I don't get is knowing who does go first. Maybe it's in the order that they move out from the boss. So this one flies backwards.
Yeah, you've got that side, that's fine.
Move.
Yeah, you've got that, dude. Don't worry
No,
about it.
I have no idea how they know the order. Sal.
Oh, wait, yeah. Wait, hold on. Yeah, no, I get it wrong,
No,
don't I? I get it wrong, that's why. I got the first one mixed up, didn't
You
I?
just missed the first one? Nah, because look. Oh, that seems cool. Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah. Classic Psy says what the mechanic is, can't follow the mechanic, double guesses it. Yeah, that's I still do that to this day. I get the order of a mechanic wrong, and then I gaslight myself into thinking the mechanic was wrong and not that I saw it wrong. And that still hurts me to this day. Do you actually have Denki? When's the most recent time I've done that? Do you actually have a reference? Or can you remember a key time when I've done that? Let's share that with the audience.
Oh, the summoner died. No! Orpheus, please, get Carbuncle back in the action.
This one
I can't wait to get Carbuncle in, man. Some people in the YouTube comments from my previous video were telling me that, like, he's just a bit shit, and you don't actually use him. But I'm going to. I will.
Aw, it's so cute. Sprouts are cute, man. I am cute.
It's a 15-year-old child's video game. I'm sure I can play whatever I want. Okay, so we're going back to the tank frontals. Yep. The bosses seem to really give, like, they telegraph what they're gonna do. They are showing you, like, what they're gonna do next. Very, very well. You can see the boss just, like, literally line up with the tank and then be like,
Nah, if I cover a mechanic, I don't talk about it a second time.
so this is P3? Or he's doing a big attack? I don't know if this is a coordinated group or not. Because when was this made? This
Yeah,
was...
that's funny. Okay, I think we'll call it there on the rack. That's so cute, man. Wait, is there anything most replayed? Oh, apparently this is a bit that people watch. Hold on. Let's watch this again. Yeah, let's watch this again. Hold on.
Just get pushed.
Hold on, let's
wait,
watch
no,
this
there's only...
again. Yeah, we'll watch this. We'll watch this bit.
And now this one, again, I don't know. Because the arrows are pointing in all...
To be fair with this mechanic, I like, it's very interesting when you're looking at the solved position of everything, because you wouldn't normally be, like, if everyone was spread out, you could start to be like, oh, okay, that's there, you could break it all down. But because everyone's, like, stacked up, it's kind of hard to, like, I know looking at this, I know what's happening now, but back in the day, I could understand why it was, like, just visual clutter, where just everyone gets everything all at once, and you're like, ah, shit. But obviously when you're watching a kill video, you're watching the solved mechanic. It's only now with my experience that I can break this down and identify, like, I also know sort of the rules. Like, I understand the laws. It's kind of like being in a sandbox video game, but understanding the limits. Like, is there gravity or not? Is there, like, how does the physics work? For me, I understand in the game now, okay, well, this is clearly going to be all 8 players are going to be assigned, but every player is only going to be assigned one thing. So, process of elimination. Like, I understand that now, but back in the day, I wouldn't, like, I'm used to the WoW mentality where you have 20 players. Not everybody does everything. mechanics go out, you might have 6 people continue hitting the boss while or 6 people go and deal with the mechanic whilst 14 people continue hitting the boss. But in Final Fantasy, you have these specific periods, especially just understanding fight tempo. This is the core mechanic of the fight. This is the thing that's like, right, coordination check. Can you do it? Back in the day, I just wouldn't have been aware of sort of the fight cadence. And this is really eye-opening. This is really cool. I'm really glad we did this. This is awesome.
3 directions for each one of them. It pushes you out from the boss, right? Or is it from the center of the room? So that's why you have someone... Like, this guy's going to get pushed that way.
Yeah.
This guy's going to get pushed that way.
Yeah.
And then there's like another guy here somewhere that's going to get pushed... Oh, wait, no, there's only 2. This guy's going to get pushed this way. This guy's going to get pushed... But we want to soak these. I don't know.
Come on, Si. You can do it, man. Stay with
This
it.
guy's getting pushed left. 100%. 100%.
Yeah, 100%. That's really good.
Yeah, 100%. Okay.
Come on,
So
man.
tanks get pushed, and then 2 non-tanks get pushed. That's how we know. I figured out the mechanics. I could play this fight. I could play this fight with my dick tied behind my back at this point. Yeah, so tanks. So yeah, there's one of the tanks, right? LW? Nope, that's a lie. Which one's the tank? Here's the tank.
Oh,
And here's the other tank. But he positions there, but still gets pushed that way.
Nope, that's not true.
Hold on, I'm watching this lad. Oh no, he had the.
To be fair to me, I really don't like the setup that people play with, where they do the initials and then they don't have roll colors. Yeah.
mechanic on him.
Funny.
Then I don't know. Oh, that was a cheeky little hit on him. Everybody died there. What the hell happened? Too many people got knocked into it and soaked when they shouldn't have.
Oh, he's so close.
how
It's
they
the
died.
opposite of that.
And
It's
then
true.
this guy just gets glacked.
It's the opposite. Oh, he's so close though.
Oh, full complete group battle res. Yep. Okay, tank soaks, like individual soaks.
Full complete group battle res. Did you hear that, champ?
What do you guys think of this fight? I think this is a pretty cool fight. Like, if the raids are like this in Final Fantasy, like this could be really exciting to jump into. I know, like I say, I've got some IRL friends who are really excited about doing statics and stuff, and want.
Okay, that's cool. Dude, that is hilarious. I'm going to give my own video a like. That is so hilarious. Damn, 500 comments. Oh my goodness, what a blast to the past, dude. Wow, dude. That's amazing. That's really cute to look at. I love that. That's really cool. Obviously, I mean, we just showed me reacting to it now and reacting to it then. Night and day. Night and day. But I said some really cute things, man. Normally I hate watching myself and listening to my own voice, but I actually found that really cute. Like, yeah.